you're a man and you've noticed that your bathroom trips are more frequent than before, that your urine stream is getting weaker, or that you simply can't fully empty your bladder, what I'm about to reveal could genuinely change your life. Because there's a simple, almost trivial mistake that most men make every single time they urinate, and over time, it silently damages the prostate. This isn't something taught in medical school. It's not a topic discussed between friends or over a coffee. It's an automatic, unconscious habit, but when you correct it, the impact on your prostate health and quality of life can be remarkable. No expensive medications, no complicated treatments. It comes simply from understanding how your body really works. In my practice, I've seen this one simple adjustment help hundreds of men reduce urinary urgency, regain a stronger stream, and above all, protect their prostate for the future. I'm Dr. Lucy Cherry, urologist specializing in men's health for over 15 years. Throughout my career, I've accompanied thousands of men who, reaching their 50s or 60s, find themselves confronted with the symptoms of an enlarged prostate, what we call benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. But here's what I discovered. When we focus not just on symptoms, but on daily habits and the biological mechanisms that worsen them, something extraordinary happens. The body begins to repair itself, bathroom visits decrease, pressure drops, and quality of life returns. And this is where it gets really interesting, because most men think the problem is purely age-related. The truth is, another system is working silently in the background, and one daily mistake is compromising it. I'm talking about the bladder emptying system. There is a complex interplay between your bladder and your prostate, and the way you urinate directly affects both. In this video, I'll reveal exactly what that mistake is, why it's so damaging, and I'll give you 4 simple, practical tips you can apply today to start protecting your prostate. Stay with me. In 15 minutes, you'll see your bathroom trips in a completely different light. I've sat across from hundreds of men, workers, stressed executives, tradesmen, who look at me with palpable frustration and say, "Doctor, I get up 5 times a night, or I can barely start the stream, or the urge is so strong I'm afraid to leave the house." And yet, more often than not, the root of their problem doesn't start with the prostate itself. It starts with a bad habit accumulated over decades, rushing when urinating. Most men get up, approach the toilet, and in a hurry to finish quickly to get back to their activities, they push to force the flow, or stop as soon as the stream weakens. This act of pushing or not completing the void creates unnecessary pressure. Think of it like trying to squeeze a tube of toothpaste with pliers. The constant effort not only overloads the bladder, weakening it over time, it also creates retrograde pressure on the prostate. Picture the prostate as a soft, elastic sponge located just below the bladder, surrounding the urethra. The constant pressure of the bladder against the prostate, combined with residual urine left when the bladder doesn't empty completely, compresses that sponge again and again. Over time, this chronic tension contributes to inflammation and enlargement of the gland. The detrusor muscle of the bladder, responsible for contraction, becomes fatigued. Result: the bladder can no longer fully empty itself. That remaining urine, called residual urine, becomes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria, increasing the risk of urinary infection and worsening prostate symptoms. It's a vicious cycle. You push, the prostate inflames, the bladder weakens, fails to empty, and the problem gets worse. The solution is simple and rests on patience and proper technique. First, don't force it. Go gently. Let the stream start naturally, and above all, stay a little after feeling you've finished. Relax, lean slightly forward, and let the bladder complete its work. This small adjustment can make an enormous difference. The how matters as much as the what. Beyond not pushing, there's a technique I've taught to hundreds of men with excellent results: double voiding or 2-stage urination. The idea is simple. First, urinate normally, without rushing, without forcing. When you feel you've finished, instead of rushing to wash your hands and leave, sit or remain in a relaxed posture for a moment. Lean gently forward. If standing, tilt your torso slightly. Wait 10 to 20 seconds. With this simple gesture, you'll often discover your bladder gets a second chance to empty itself. It's as if the detrusor muscle, relaxing for a moment, realized there was still work to do. This second void is often the key to reducing residual urine, which diminishes the urgency that often hits right after leaving the bathroom. By eliminating this stagnant urine, you also reduce pressure on the prostate and the risk of infection. I remember a patient, a lawyer in his 60s named Gene, who told me this technique changed his life. He used to experience constant urgency. After adopting double voiding, his urgency and nighttime wake-ups dropped by half. There's no magic here. It's neurobiology. You're teaching your bladder and nervous system to communicate better with your brain. For most men, urinating standing up is a ritual, almost a part of their identity. The truth is, for prostate health, urinating seated is almost always superior. Don't misunderstand, there's nothing wrong with standing when you're young and healthy. But as the prostate grows with age, the angle of the urethra changes. Standing can prevent the bladder from relaxing and emptying completely. Seated urination, on the other hand, relaxes the pelvic floor muscles, opens the urethral angle, and allows for stronger, more complete emptying. Several studies have demonstrated that in men with BPH symptoms, sitting produces a shorter voiding time, higher peak flow, and significantly lower residual volume compared to standing. I remember Pierre, a carpenter from southern France, who told me, "Doctor, honestly, I don't care what people think. My bathroom trips have been cut in half, and I no longer wake up at night. If it helps, I'll keep doing it." That's exactly the right mindset. Focus on health, not tradition. We've talked about technique and posture, but all of this works better when you support your prostate from within. Chronic inflammation is a key factor in many degenerative conditions, and BPH is no exception. Just as constant pushing creates mechanical stress, a pro-inflammatory diet creates biological stress. The research is consistent. Diets rich in antioxidant-packed fruits and vegetables are directly associated with reduced prostate problems. Think about lycopene in cooked tomatoes, a powerful antioxidant linked to reduced inflammation and prostate volume. Think about zinc, found in pumpkin seeds, nuts, and legumes, vital for proper prostate function. And don't forget omega-3s from salmon, sardines, and walnuts, known for their anti-inflammatory effects. It's not about a strict diet, it's about small changes. Add a portion of vegetables to your meals, integrate nuts into your daily snack, or have a bowl of oatmeal with pumpkin seeds in the morning. And to naturally support your prostate from the inside, consider adding Shilajit Wellness Nest to your daily routine. Rich in fulvic acid, trace minerals, and natural antioxidants, Shilajit has been used for centuries to support male vitality, hormonal balance, and reduce inflammation. It's the perfect complement to these lifestyle habits. Now you understand the 4 pillars of prostate health: not forcing during urination, practicing double voiding, urinating seated, and nourishing your prostate with an anti-inflammatory diet, including natural support from Shilajit Wellness Nest. These 4 habits applied together form a complete approach. In the end, it's not just about your prostate, it's about your life, your freedom, and your ability to fully enjoy your years. Your body hasn't abandoned you. Even if you feel helpless, frustrated, or embarrassed by your symptoms, there is always a possibility of change. Start with one small adjustment, a bit of intention, and the willingness to believe that change is possible. If this content gave you hope or taught you something useful, take a moment to like, share, and leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel for more honest, science-based men's health insights.